What's going down, people? How you doing? TK coming at you. Just want to hit you guys today with some basic 101 factors for the newbie, because I've been talking about Bitcoin online for about 3 years now, and every blue moon I get somebody that asks me, well, give me a blueprint for somebody who's committed to building a Bitcoin savings account. So here it is, the basic simplified blueprint for the new person committed to saving in Bitcoin instead of saving in cash. Step one is to use technology in your favor. Pick up your friendly Google and search for Coinbase. So you want to learn how to use Coinbase to acquire Bitcoin. You want to get familiar with that process. Teach yourself how to use Coinbase. Second, on top of acquiring Bitcoin or converting fiat money into cryptocurrency or saving in Bitcoin instead of saving in cash, the second step would be storing your Bitcoin. So in order to learn how to store your Bitcoin, you want to Google Ledger Nano. So teach yourself how to use the Ledger Nano. Go through the study process, and it's one thing for me to give a class on it, but it's another thing for you to teach yourself in life's class. So that's it. You buy Bitcoin, you store Bitcoin. And in order to buy Bitcoin, Google Coinbase. In order to store Bitcoin, Google Ledger Nano. And that's the simplified version of how to build a Bitcoin savings account versus having a cash savings account in the bank. Now there's some advanced strategies to where you can leverage your Bitcoin once you build a savings, but that's only needed if you want to take your savings to the next level. Like I have Bitcoin debit cards that I can transfer Bitcoin to and then use it the same way I use any other type of credit card. So I have a higher purchasing power because now when I spend Bitcoin for any item that I so choose, it's at a rate where less Bitcoin comes out of my wallet. That's simple math. The higher Bitcoin is, the less money comes out of your wallet, because through Bitcoin debit cards, when you convert that amount, you're committed to that amount at conversion. All right, there are some Bitcoin debit cards that fluctuate, but again, that's some advanced stuff that a newbie really wouldn't understand. The one I use and recommend is BitPay, and BitPay is fixed at the rate that you convert the money to the card. So if you convert when Bitcoin is high, then anything you buy will be at a higher purchasing power. And that's what I recommend in terms of flexibility when you get to that level. So you have buying Bitcoin, you have storing Bitcoin, and then you have the ability to spend it on a Bitcoin debit card whenever you are ready, you know. And then the math behind it is high Bitcoin means less money comes out of your wallet when you do spend it, especially when you're using a debit card that's at a fixed rate of conversion, so that no matter what Bitcoin fluctuates, whenever you transfer money to that card, that's the rate that's locked in. Okay, so those are the basics. I just want to hit you guys with a quick video to help the newbie get started. Yes, you got to use Google, and yes, you primarily have to teach yourself, because that's the best way to learn. It's one thing for me to sit here and try to give you a first grade explanation, but it's better for you to explain it to yourself or teach it to yourself by jumping in head first, you know what I mean? Reading Google, and then teach yourself how to use Coinbase, teach yourself how to use Ledger, and also teach yourself how to use BitPay. All right, I hope this helps somebody out there. The idea is to empower the few people who are willing to listen, and of course, to get you off the Titanic before it goes underwater. You know what I mean? We're trying to get you in lifeboats right now. Okay? You can't win if you stay in paper money. So my goal is to get as many people into Bitcoin as possible so that you have an alternative credit card when the primary card declines. And that's the most simple explanation I can give, is think of paper money as your primary credit card and think of Bitcoin as a backup. And just in case paper money devalues to the point where hyperinflation hits the economy and everything is in Venezuela type scenario, you have a backup, which is an alternative form of currency that you can still pay for your interaction in society. You know, Bitcoin is a nice start. I suggest gold and silver, but save a decent amount of money in Bitcoin. There's a lot of people who boast about, oh, I saved $100,000 in the bank. When in today's economy, $100,000 will last you about 6 months if you don't have a job. So you can't outpace inflation. Save. If you want to save anything, save in Bitcoin. Save $100,000 in Bitcoin. Save $100,000 in gold. Or save $100,000 in silver. Or save $300,000 with $100,000 in gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Then you really done something.